Hi, welcome to the NFPA LiNK YouTube channel. This page is dedicated to answering key questions that you have related to electrical and life safety. With the easy-to-use digital access to NFPA codes and standards, NFPA LiNK is your window to productivity. Now today I'm going to be talking about a new notification operating mode that's been added to the 2025 edition of NFPA 72, which is the National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code. And that new operating mode is referred to as the Restricted Audible Mode Operation, or RAMO. So I'm going to go into NFPA LiNK and we're going to look for the 2025 edition of NFPA 72. Now this edition just came out, so I don't even have it on my favorites at this point. So I'm going to go to the 2022 edition here, and we're going to change the edition to the 2025 edition. And I'm going to go ahead and click add it to my favorites, so I don't have to go looking for it again. It's just going to be added onto my dashboard. Now I want to go look at the requirements for RAMO. So I'm just going to go ahead and search that. We're going to go into 1848 and look at those requirements. Now, first I want to mention here, we see the N next to all these sections. That means that all these sections are new for the 2025 edition. We've got some enhanced content here stating that the RAMO is new to the 2025 edition. It's intended to be used in areas where sudden loud noises would adversely affect occupants. And RAMO permits the use of private mode audible sound levels, so lower sound levels in occupied areas, but it does require you to have trained and awake mobile staff present. So let's see if there's any more detail here. If we go into the annex, the annex is new here, and it's stating here the intent of RAMO is to be used for areas where loud sounds might be detrimental to the typical occupants of the notification zone. So that's places like early education classrooms or facilities that service people with autism spectrum disorder or other neurodiversities or other conditions that might include any sensitivities to noise, light, or other stimuli. So the ultimate goal of RAMO is to ensure that we've got an effective signal and it doesn't cause any additional stress to the occupants. So what do some of these requirements look like? First of all, I mentioned RAMO's only to be used where we've got trained, awake, and mobile staff present in that notification zone. Now, the audible signals within the zone need to comply with 18463. So what does that look like? The requirement here is that we use a low frequency sound, so 520 hertz. So that lower frequency is less jarring, less sudden for those occupants, right? Now, the requirements of 1845 also need to apply. 1845, we go here, this is our private mode audible requirement, stating that our sound level needs to be at least 10 decibels above that average ambient sound level or 5 decibels above the maximum sound level, having a duration of 60 seconds. So a little bit lower than you would see in a public operating mode audible requirement. So that sound pressure can be a little bit lower. We're using that low frequency tone. We've got a requirement that we've got to synchronize all of the audible signals, and that if we have any visual notification, that all needs to be synchronized as well. So again, we're providing a lower notification sound, lower sound pressure level, and using a low frequency, but we've got trained personnel in the area to make sure that we're enacting our emergency action plan. So again, this is just giving an additional option. I think that this operating mode is great. I do want to add here that, again, the RAMO requirements are only to be used if you've done a risk analysis of that notification zone and decide that you need it, or the authority having jurisdiction or any governing laws, codes, or standards allow you to use it or require you to use it. Now, this operating mode is going to give the owner, the authority having jurisdiction, and the designer just another option when it comes to notification of occupants to ensure that we're doing notification of the occupants in a way that best suits the needs of the population within the building, and it's gonna help them be able to get out of the building in an emergency and not create more stress. Now, for more information on how NFPA LiNK can give you the knowledge that you need to get the job done right, go ahead and visit nfpa.org/link.